Greeting, HMC friends, and it's good to be with you again today. And as always, may you know the Lord's presence that is with you for this day. Today, my reading comes from Paul's letter to the Colossians, and reading from verse 3. And many of Paul's letters are letters to congregations, just like ours, and the millions across the earth. And so I read from verse 12. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with one another and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body, you were called to peace. And be thankful. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly, as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your heart. And whatever you do, whether in word or in deed, do it in the name of the Lord Jesus, and giving thanks to God the Father through him. And we thank God for this word as it comes to us today. So recently, I was at the hardware, and I was looking for something specific to help my plants grow. And so I went to the gardening section of the shop, and I was looking for a gel that you can plant into the earth, which helps bring water for longer. There was a huge section with many bottles and concoctions and different things that you could use. And I had to look quite carefully to find what I wanted. But I stood back and I made an observation. Because across this great wall, with the numerous bottles and things that were there was one small section to help plants grow, what I was looking for. And the rest, and the vast majority of those shelves and walls were filled with poisons, ways to kill off plants. This is a great gardening section. The majority is to kill them, not to grow them. And when I began to think about it, I thought, what an incredible analogy. Because with our society, it's easier to kill with gossip or slander, or by saying things that are nasty, or just looking for myself. And like that shelf, few who contribute to say this is positive and kind and beautiful. Quite a sad analogy when you think about it. And this little piece that Paul writes into Colossians gives us a little hint. And in fact, in these few verses, Paul says it 3 times. Give thanks. For it is often in our gratitude, in giving thanks in all circumstances, that we can see the good, and we could build the good, and we can be people who come to bring grace and love into our communities. So I came home and thought, well, Peter, which shelves or what part do you fit in? And maybe that's our question today. Which shelf do we find ourselves? God bless and take care.